It's your boy RJ, and today I'm gonna be showing you guys my controller configuration for Dayz on PC. This is probably the best controller fit configuration that I've seen so far. I took somebody else's controller configuration and I adjusted it to my own personal needs and the things that I use in Dayz consistently. And it doesn't have every single control, but it has majority of the controls that you're going to be using. Sometimes you're going to have to go back to the keyboard. That's just going to have to happen. But the majority of your main controls are going to be on this controller. So we're going to take a look at it. So first and foremost, when it comes to your left trigger, we got the right mouse click, which is aim down sight. Then we also have, for the right trigger, we have the left mouse click, which is shooting. So that's going to be your first and foremost, your simple, setup with the controller. Then we move over to the right bumper. We have Q, which is lean left. And then we have X, which is, for me, I have it set as fire mode changer. So you have to double press the right bumper to change your fire mode. And then it's just a regular press and hold for your lean right or lean left, excuse me. And that's going to be the two simple controls for the right bumper. Moving over to the left bumper, we have G, which is, if I'm not mistaken, G is to throw and drop things in the game. So to throw and drop stuff, you double click your left bumper, and then to lean right, that's going to be your your regular press, one click, and you're leaning right. That's going to be your left bumper. The only reason I have it set alternate is because that's just how I have it preset in the game. I could go back and change it, but that just works for me. You could lean left with your left bumper, you could lean right with your right bumper. It's just up to you. Then we go down to the tab button, or not even the tab button, but your select button on the controller, which will be this button here. For one press, that's how you open up your inventory. And then for a long press, long and hold, you hold that select button down. That's going to be the wave. So that's going to be easy access to waving at people to show I'm friendly and stuff like that. Now we go over to the start button. And that's just going to be one easy, simple command. That's going to be to go to your pause menu, period. I don't mix it up with anything else, because once you start mixing up commands with the menu button, it just starts to confuse things in the system. So I noticed that certain commands you have to leave as dedicated to one button. You can't be mixing them and stuff. So now we go down to the good stuff, your A, B, X, and Y buttons. So for the Y button, we're going to have the middle mouse button. So that's how I zoom in and look into focusing in different directions. That's going to be my Y button. I hold that button down. If I double press Y, that's going to be my left control. So now when it's aimed down sight, that's how I hold my breath and zoom in and hold my breath while I'm aimed down sight. I think I'm going to still adjust this one a little bit, because I notice sometimes it can be a little finicky when you double press for that left control button, but it works. It definitely works. It definitely works. So for the B button, we have two commands as well. So we have F, which you just press it one time. That's how you pick stuff up, open doors, all that good stuff. That's going to be my B button. And then if I press and hold B, it's the same thing. I really just didn't feel like taking off this activator, that's what it's called. When you set a command like this, it's called an activator. I didn't feel like taking it off, so I just changed that to F as well. So that's the only thing set to B is F. Now for the A button, I have two commands set for this. It's the jump, which is space. And then I also have my talk. So I press and hold A to talk to people. and then I just press A regularly, just a quick press for jumping. Pretty easy, pretty simple. Now we go over to X. X is reload. I have not put nothing else on X. I have 2 commands here, but it's both R. It's just press and reload. I notice when you use these different commands that already are preset in the game with 2 different ways of activating it, whether you could press reload one time and chamber around, or you hold reload and replenish your ammunition. You really want to leave those type of commands on one different button. You don't want to mix those up with other buttons because the game starts freaking out on you. Now we go to the right joystick. Of course, that's going to be looking in different directions, but I also have that set to C, which is my crouch button. So now I just press down on the right analog stick and I crouch it or I go into prone. So that's pretty simple, straightforward, Call of Duty style joystick setup. Now we go over to the D-pad. This is also where it gets a little interesting. So if we go to the up button on the D-pad, that's scroll up. So that's as if you're scrolling up on your mouse wheel. So that's going to be scroll up. Every time I click up, it's going to scroll. So that's how you scroll up. That's going to be my first command on my top D-pad button. Second command on my top D-pad button is going to be the plus symbol. So I really don't use this command that much, but that's going to be for I want to say that's going to be for adjusting your range and stuff like that. Like I said, I don't really use it, so I haven't really looked into it. This is what's preset by this guy Steve Z at the top. I took his template and I adjusted it to my own. So that's another way. If you don't even like my setup, you can go into this is going to be a real quick side note. Next, we're going to do the right D-pad button. But if you want to just pick up a quick template, what you do is you go to browse configs down at the bottom, and then you go to community, and then it's going to have a whole bunch of different configurations that you can use. I used the first one I seen, Steve Z. He had the most upvotes, so I just went with his. But you could go through and look at them. Some of them try to get as close to the Xbox controls as possible. Me, I just like having my certain commands readily available for me. So now we're going to go back to the D-pad. So now we're going to the right D-pad. So I have 3 commands set on this one. So my first command is going to be a regular press, just a regular click. That's going to be 2. So 2 is, of course, if you play Dayz, you press 2 as your hotkey. That's going to be my hotkey, 2. Now we go over to the double press. The double press is going to be 4. I like to keep my even and odd numbers together. So 4 is going to be my double press. Boom, boom. I'm going to hit hotkey 4. Now we go to the long press. The long press is going to be 6. 6 long press sometimes really don't work. I noticed that. So sometimes I still got to go into inventory and move the whatever is at hotkey 6 over to my hands manually. Sometimes it works, sometimes it's done. It's a little finicky, but I keep my main 4 weapons and items in my first 4 hotkeys because I never have an issue with the regular press 2 and the double press for 4. The long press kind of gets confused, and it is what it is with that. But so you can either take that one off, this third command for your hotkey 6. You could take that off, you could take that out. You really don't need it. Sometimes I don't even use the damn thing, but I just like to have it there for, just in case it does work in a pinch. Now we're going to go over to the bottom D-pad button. So we also have 2 commands here. So we got scroll down, just like you would with your mouse key wheel. And then, which is just 1 click of the down button. Then we have the long press, which is your negative from the keypad. Like I said, I don't really use the long press for this setting, but it's there just in case I need it. Now we go over to your left D-pad button. I also have 3 commands here, so it's going to be the same thing as the right. We got your number 1, which is a regular click, which is your hotkey. Then we also have 3, which is a double press for whatever's in my slot 3 on my hotkeys. And then we also have 5. Like I said, it's the same thing for the right button. It doesn't work all the time. It is what it is. Now we're done with A, B, X, and Y, and we're done with the D-pad. Let's go over to my left analog stick. So I have this set as the directional pad as the input, and then I also have it set to my click action, which is when I click the actual analog stick in. That's going to be my left shift, which is my sprint button. Easiest way to set up sprint, just like Call of Duty, it works. Simple and easy. And with that being said, that is my controller set up for my Xbox controller for Dayz. It works like a freaking charm. I have no issues uh outside of the left D-pad button and the right D-pad button for hotkey 5 and 6. I really don't have any issues. Every now and again the game will notice that you're playing on the Xbox controller, and it will try to force you to use their preset configuration, but it sucks. It's so simple. It doesn't have 75% of the freaking commands that you need. So you want to go into the big picture mode of Steam, go into the controller configuration in the settings of Dayz, and adjust it yourself. If you want to play on controller on PC, this is what you have to do, and it works like a freaking charm. No issues. Every now and again you run into that issue with the game, but then you just close the game out and relaunch it, and it's working perfectly fine. If you have any questions, go ahead and let me know down below. It's your boy RJ, and if you want me to actually go through and show you how to adjust every key on here, just let me know. I'll do that in a separate video. This video is just to show you, for the people that do know how to set it but don't know where to put everything. That's what this video is for. Or the people that can learn quickly and just see how I got it set up and go from there. That's what this video is for. If you want me to actually go in and adjust every single key, let me know. I could do that for you guys, but I didn't want to make this video too long. If I did that, this video would be fucking 40 minutes long. But I'm gonna catch you on the next one. Let me know down below if this helped you or not. If you also have any good tips or some different things that I didn't have set on my controller and you think I should have it set, let me know down in the comment section below. If this video helped you, please give it a like. And if this video helped you, go ahead and subscribe. I have more interesting type videos like this coming out. I also do Dayz content in general. So go ahead and check those videos out as well. It's your boy RJ. I'm going to catch you on the next one. Deuces.